Hi, welcome back. This is Maggie on a really confusing day weather-wise in Perth. I woke up and it was like, oh my goodness, dark clouds everywhere. So I figured, oh, it's going to be cold and wet and miserable. So I'll jump in the pool this morning and do my bit in case I don't do it tonight. So beautiful. And just before streaming, about half an hour ago, I got in, well, probably a little more than half an hour ago, probably an hour ago, I got in the pool and did a whole new set, a second set. Look, I've got this undercover. So let's have a look at where we're at tonight. Yes, please remember it is our healing night. And if you require some energy or some help, hi Danielle, please join us. We are very, very welcome. All you need to do is sit quietly in a space. Focus on me if you must, and just allow. Just breathe gently, breathe slowly, breathe deeply, and simply allow everything to happen. Allow the energy to flow, to become part of you. And again, for all you wonderful people who are healers and givers out there, if you wish to add your energy to ours, it would be greatly appreciated. Absolutely greatly appreciated. You guys know what to do. Do it your way. There is no right, no wrong. It's just what works for each and every one of us. And we would be blessed to have you join us. Now, this evening we'll be working with the incredible energy of Saint Germain. Saint Germain is an ascended master who works with the violet flame. So those tuning in for healing tonight, surround yourself with the aura of violet, of that beautiful soft tones of purples, the violet flame of transformation. Okay, now looks like we're getting off to a slow start tonight, but that's okay. We're all good. I thought we'd have a little chat about listening. Hi Loretta. It's just so amazing to be able to see. I just love it. I mean, before it was like this and I was not sure what on earth I was reading. But now I can sit back and hello. And I have the other eye done Thursday night. Oh, goodness me. I'll be able to see a fly having a pee. Not that I'd want to, but you never can tell. Now, like I said, I thought we'd have a word about listening. Most of us listen, or we assume we listen. Hi, Katie. We assume we listen, but do we really listen? I seriously doubt it. We listen. Hi, Sonil. We listen to answer. We're not listening greatly to what is being said. We are listening, forming already our answers. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we listened, hi, Carol, to understand? If we changed listening to answer to listening to understand. When I was growing up, I was always taught that one of the great gifts or whatever, or principles or way of living would be a good listener. And I went, well, everybody listens, don't they? No, everybody hears. Not everybody listens. There is a huge difference between listening and hearing. Let's have a look at how it works. Sometimes what we hear is literally not what the other person said, because we hear a word and we fit it into a context that we know. Or, like I said, we listen to answer. We're already formulating the answer in our mind. So we're actually not listening with our ears. We're not listening with our mind. We're not listening with our heart. It's an empty, hi, Andrew. Good to see you, man. It's like it's an empty situation. Listening, the art of listening is an amazing skill because we assume we listen with our ears. Surface-wise. Hi, Mandy. How you doing, darling? It's like it's surface-wise we listen with our ears. But that's only the first step. Hi, Robin. The second step is listening with our heart. Listen with your heart. Listen with your head. Listen with your emotions. Listen, listen, listen. To listen, we need to be still. To listen, to hear, we can be jabbering away and chatting, 50 miles an hour, and it's just chatter. We're talking. We're not listening. When we really listen, we really, I guess we honor the person we're listening to. We honor them with our time, with our energy, with our space, and hopefully with our understanding and our compassion. You know, the art of listening is a toughie, because how many times have you said something and somebody's automatically snapped back at you, and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Did it come from what you said? Maybe not. Did it come from the tone of what you said? Maybe yes. Because many of us, we pick up on the tone before we pick up on the words. The words may be confused and may come out to be totally different, but we've tuned into the tone, and it's like, oh, so you've instantly got a conflict. Somebody has said something, it's been picked up from the tone, which is nothing to do with what has been said. Hi, Cheryl. But what's happened is you've reacted to the tone. So this one's reacting here, and this one is going to snap right back. That's how bad communication happens. So how do we listen? Hi, Lynn. How do we listen? To begin with, we be still. When someone is speaking, just be still. How many times do I do it myself? I'm one of the worst. Somebody starts a sentence, and before long I'm in there, go, yep, know what you mean, got this, know it. And it's like, okay, would you give the other person time to speak? It is one of my biggest failings. And because I jump ahead so quickly, it's like, oh my God. And I jump ahead in different areas, but I'm trying to pull it back. So often I can see the answer because it's what I do. Hi, Andy. But I need to learn to let other people speak. We need to learn the art of listening. And like I said, the first step is stillness, silence. I don't mean if somebody babbles on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I've been known to interrupt and go, yeah, but change the subject, whatever, push him out the door. But you get that. Now, when you listen to understand, it's a whole experience. Listening becomes an experience of vision. So how do you listen with your vision? You listen to what you're seeing. You look at the body language. You see what that is telling you related to language. What is the body language? How is the person relating to you? Even though something comes out like a snap, are they smiling? Are they relaxed? Are they aggressive? What is the body language telling you? If the body language is telling you they're laughing and joking, well, it's not a slur. It's not a thing. It's nothing to react to. It's like, if you don't get the joke, go, hey, what? Ask. Now, so you can hear eyes, the sight aids listening. What about the smell? Who would have ever thought you could smell, listen? Some people can actually smell emotions. You can smell fear. You can hear the anger, the aggression, the fear, the anxiety. It's like you're hearing the emotions. Sometimes you can smelling actually works, because it's like if somebody walks in and they're like a little bit aggressive, a little bit pushy, you're listening to what they're saying. Take a deep breath. What do they smell like? Have they had a few drinks? You can often tell if somebody has been, say people don't get on, a brother and sister, they don't get on. But you can tell if they've been together because one of them is a smoker, and it's like, oh yeah, you've been to see so and so, so that's pressed your buttons. So yes, smell is listening. Head. What does your head tell you about listening? Usually when we're listening, hi Lucy, we are forming an opinion in our head. We are looking at past episodes. We are looking at past realities. We're sorting through how we figure this person should react or how we should answer. Listening with your head takes a little bit of dedication, a little bit of oops, a little bit of holding back. Allow your head to run through some scenarios, but allow your head to picture, to listen to what is being said and to listen to how it's being said. Then we listen with our heart. You know, this is the most confusing one of all, because when we listen with our heart, we listen for what we want to hear. And very often it's not what is being said. I've met so many people with, you know, relationship issues, and it's breaking down, and it's like the one partner is saying, look, this isn't working for me, I need some space, da-da-da-da, on it goes. The one hearing it is going, okay, so you need a bit of space. Why don't you go out with your mates for a night? Hi, Aaron. It's like, why don't you go do this, or why don't you do that? They're listening with their heart. Their heart does not want to know this relationship is in trouble. The heart does not want to know it's done, it's ended. The heart doesn't want to know that. The heart's busy patching. The heart's busy going, oh, the more love I send you, the more it's going to be okay. And the more the other person is going, this isn't working for me, this isn't when these things start to happen, generally one or the other has stopped listening. And when the one stops listening, the other one stops talking. When they both stop talking, that's when trouble happens. So when you listen to your heart, when you listen with your heart, listen to what the other heart is saying. The other heart is saying, I need space. Your heart would go, why? Why? Not automatically, but I love you, but this is good, but this is what I want, da 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 da. Hi, Loris. It's like listening with your heart is important. Hi, Ida. I saw that snake of yours today. Yuck. When we listen with our heart, we make a space for amazing things to happen. You know, somebody may be upset or aggressive. I've had so many run-ins, for want of a better word, with people, and they're just firing shit at you, and you go, and your heart goes, okay, what's happening here? What's underneath? When we listen with the whole body, it's a whole experience. We feel, we touch, we smell, we hear, we vision, everything. A conversation becomes multidimensional. And when it becomes multidimensional, we can actually connect on many levels. And when somebody is going, look, hey, this isn't working for me, or this isn't right for me, we're not in that self-defensive mode. We're like, okay, what's happened? What needs to change, or what needs to be sorted out? Let's talk about it, and talk using every art of listening there is. Talk with the whole body, with the whole person, and listen to understand. Like I've said many times, we listen to hear. When we listen to understand, absolutely everything changes. Everything changes. Hi, Marika. When we listen to understand, our world does an amazing shift. And yes, it's an art, and yes, it takes practice. And yet there are going to be times when you're going to go, you know what, I'm done. And, you know, hi, Alison. you know, occasionally it's not a bad idea to, especially when the tone is a bit weird, to say to someone, what did you mean? What, you know, this isn't working for me. What do you mean? How? Explain. It's like open the door to listen, not automatically jump in and go and defensive and all. Open the door to listen. When we open the door to listen, we open the door to solutions, because it's a free and easy discussion then. And if nobody's pressured or stressed, I love these little things going up and down about, you know, sharing what they're thinking or feeling, it's much easier. It's much easier to sort things out. So practice the art of listening. Now let's have a look at what cards we've got for today. Aha, love it. Two of Swords. Going with the listening thing, it's like, don't blind yourself. Dude, you have more strengths and talents than you know. Deep emotional stuff, we tend to put blindfolds on. Don't want to see it, don't want to talk about it, don't want to deal with it. When you don't deal with something, you're not listening to your body. You're not listening to your heart. You're not listening to your head. You're just closing everything down. But you're also closing off your strength. Remember that. It's not a great thing to close off all of your strength. This is about bringing your strength together and understanding that you have the power to listen and you have the power to communicate amazingly. You have the power to listen, you have the power to hear, and you have the power to be heard. Being heard is as important as listening. When we listen to someone, we empower ourselves and we empower them. Everyone has the right to be heard. Okay. This one pops up a lot when there's emotional stuff going on. And it's about standing strong in your emotional energy and your emotional power. It's about understanding that power isn't always harsh. Power isn't always bang, bang, bang. Power is soft. Power can be compassion. Power can be understanding. Power can be listening. Power is an emotion. All emotions carry power. The more positive power your emotions carry, the more positive energy you gift yourself. For you are the creator of your life. And it's like whatever you gift yourself is fantastic. But if you gift yourself the power of listening and the power of being heard, then you gift yourself and others very, very big things. Okay. It's about being, you know, careful that you don't literally step on anybody's deep emotions. We don't, hi Maria, we don't communicate to harm. We choose our words. And I know, you know, there are some times when we are, you know, ticked off or things aren't going our way, when we really want to give somebody a piece of our mind. Remember that statement. Hi Ozil, piece of our mind. And a piece of your mind does not contain a piece of your heart or a piece of your compassion. A piece of your mind very often is unthought about. It's like bang. It's out there. And words have power. Words are hurtful. Words can be harmful. But words can be empowering. Words can be loving. Words can be uplifting. Words can be joyous. So think of the words you like to hear. And when you connect to the words you like to hear and how it works for you, then share those words. I mean, if you think someone looks fabulous, say so, because it'll make them feel better. You know, I keep remembering a few years back, I was in Exmouth, and there was a lady there. She was obviously a little bit disadvantaged. Fabulous ball gown. Hi, Tanya. at 10 o'clock in the morning in this fabulous ball gown, shopping trolley in hand. You know, obviously the townspeople were used to her. There was a few eyes rolling her. And I just went, wow, what a fabulous gown. Well, she smiled, her whole persona changed, and it was like this whole uplifting. And that woman's face has stuck in my mind. That all it took was, wow, what a fabulous gown. And it was an incredibly fabulous gown, probably not for downtown shopping at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it was fabulous. But you see how words can change a whole person's day. I know there has been many times when a statement has absolutely rocked my world. And then it's like, what did you say? How could you say that? How could you think that? And it's like, work it out, babe. So listen with your head, listen with your eyes, listen with your heart. And last of all, listen with your ears. Okay, darlings, now it is healing night tonight. So if, like I've said in the message, if you'd like to be added or join us, then please do. We are working with the fabulous energy of Saint Germain, who worked with the violet flame. So if you wish, sit very calmly, just breathe gently, and surround yourself with a very soft violet light. Any healers who choose to add their energy to ours, we would be blessed to have you join us. About 10 minutes to 8 this evening, we will begin. So I would be happy to have you. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, all being well. Bless.